account here with another Vikings WarOfClans video. So in this video we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I know that the seasonal store now has every town skin, and there is the majority of the players that already have every town skin because they can afford it. They've been playing long enough to get all the town skins. I have been though getting messages from people asking me what is the best bang for your buck. So I thought to myself, what better way than to, just make a video on the seasonal store town skins. Now, in this video, I've also included the main skins that we've gotten given to us essentially by the skin update. So I'll go over those first, and then I'll add the, seasonal store town skins, and we'll go over everything together. All right, so without any further ado, let's get straight into this. So the first thing we gotta find is the Killer's Guard. It's one of the first, skins that we've been given. It's this one. Now, for the Killer's Guard, we have Troop Offense and Onslaught 25%, Troop Offense against Siege 17%, Troop Offense when capturing Fortress 35%, Troop Offense and Onslaught against Cavalry 17%. So the stats are extremely small, but I would not give this an F, because I think this is one of the fundamental skins. So I'm going to give it, below average because of the stats. But this is one of the main skins that you get from the game, and it's a free skin, so you should definitely upgrade this. All right, so let's just go up. The next thing we are going to look at is the Guard of Souls, which is this one. So this gives you offense against ranged 17%, offense against cavalry 17%, troop defense when guarding fortresses, and then troop offense and onslaught against range. So this one's probably not the best, right? Again, this is going to be below average just because this is grandfathered into the system. So, who are we kidding? Probably every skin that's just been given to us for free is going to be below average. So I'm just going to put it there. You could consider them an F, but, I just give them some sort of respect for some of them. Now we have next is the Influence Guard, which, let me find it. It's this one. All right, so this one gives us ranged offense during an attack, troop health during defense, and then revival of warriors 10%. I know, again, I should give this below average, but I'm going to just put this in the F tier. Like, this is not really the best of the older skins, so this is probably an F. Still doesn't mean you shouldn't update it, right? It's a pretty decent skin, and it comes in handy. Now next we have the Mentor's Guard, which is this one over here. Now this gives you troop health when capturing fortresses 35%, number of scouts in a troop 25%, troop offense when guarding fortresses 35%, and then troop offense and onslaught against killers. So this one's a pretty good one. This one's also going to get below average because the stats are extremely small. All right, let's move on. So next we have the Shamans Guard, which, if I can find it, it's this one down here. So the Shamans Guard, Cav offense during an attack, troop off 25%, troop offense during an attack 35%, and then scout offense during an attack 25%. So this is a lot of offense. I'm just going to get it the C tier. It's not the best, it's not the worst out of these skins. It's probably one of the better ones out of the skins, but it's very small stats. Now there's, I think, a few more to go. We have the Yielder's Guard, which is very easy to do, right? You just have to yield, but it only gives you killer's offense during an attack and total defense, which are very good. But this is probably going to be one of the F ones, right? The stats are very small, 25% of each, and it's not as good as the other ones, which gives you like Fortress. But this is a pretty good skin, right? Still, you want to complete them if you are just new to the game and you're getting all of these skins. You probably want to do the ones that you get for free first. All right, next we have the Guard of Time, which is probably the better one. I'm just going to put it in the C without even looking at it. So this gives you siege offense during an attack, troop health during an attack, which is very important, 35%, and then number of warriors on a march. The number of warriors on a march definitely make this one of the better skins. Actually, I'm going to put it into the B tier because we all know what the number of warriors on a march is just, one of the main important characters of this game right now. Who are we kidding? If you have a bigger march, you probably are going to win because of how broken the game is with march size. So I'm just going to move that up all the way to the B tier. So Guard of Time just gets it. All right, so next we have the Golden Guard, which is this one down here. If I can open it, let's see what it says. Troop offense against melee, 17%. Troop offense against killers, 17%. Troop defense when guarding fortresses, 35%. And then troop offense and onslaught against melee, 17%. This is a below average C tier skin. Not much to talk about. These are all old. But, Guard of Time, it's got to get the march size, man. Okay, next we have the Hunter's Guard, which is this one down here at the very end. Melee offense during an attack, 25%. Total health, 25%. I'm going to put this as an F. Again, both these stats are extremely important, but, this isn't as extravagant or as good as the ones above it in the C tier. This is a pretty average skin, but it's still a good skin for its time, right? Back in the day, if you had this, you were killing. If you had all of the skins, you were doing really good. All right, next we have the Northern Guard, which is this one. And then we get to move into all the seasonal store ones. So troop defense and onslaught, 25%. Troop offense during defense, 35%. Troop head count and onslaught, 25%. And then troop offense and onslaught against siege, 17%. This is not going to get a B tier. This is also going to get a C tier. I would have put this in the B tier, but the skin is just, it's one of those below averages. And I know there's troop head count and onslaught 25%, which kind of I guess makes me a little bit mean for not putting this in the B one. But I don't know. I don't like this as much as the Guard of Time, and it was a little bit annoying to finish it. So I don't know. I just want to put it in the C tier. Maybe you could put it in the B tier. Let me know what you think about that. All right. Next, Guard of Composure, which is this one down here. Guard of Composure gives you troop offense and onslaught against siege, 36%. So we can see that, now we're moving up in the stats. Troop health, 50%. Troop offense and onslaught, 140%. Troop defense when capturing fortresses, 140%. This is definitely going to get an A tier. So the reason I'm giving this an A tier, you have the total health, which is 50% pure, and then you have the troop offense and onslaught, which is 140% again pure. It doesn't matter if it's on towns or if it is on fortresses. And then you also get the defense when capturing fortresses, which is a bonus on the side. Again, this is also a little bit controversial because it could be a B tier, but I think just because the stats are a little bit better, especially because it has the pure health, it just goes up there. All right, next, Guard of Wisdom. Guard of Wisdom is the first one down here at the list. So it gives you scout offense during an attack, 140%. Troop offense in an onslaught against ranged, which is very stupid, right? The skin starts out for scouts and then somehow gives you offense against ranged, 36%. And then you have the number of scouts, 25%, and then troop health during defense, 140%. So this one's kind of like a weird skin. I'm going to put this in the B tier in the middle. The reason I'm doing this is because, you get the 140% offense against scouts, which is great during an attack. Then you get the number of scouts in a troop, which is great. But then you also have those two weird things that's like they weren't really thinking about what they wanted to do with this skin. So, I guess it doesn't go all the way up to an A tier, but I mean, it's still a good skin, right? It's one of the ones that you want to do, especially if you're a scout player. But there's some weird stats in here, like troop health during defense, but your offense stats for attacking with the scouts. So yeah, it's kind of weird, so I'm just going to put it in the B tier. Next, we have Guard of Legends, which is this one down here. Troop offense in an onslaught against melee, 36%. Troop defense during defense, 140%. Troop health when guarding fortresses, 140%. Troop health when capturing fortresses, 140%. So this is definitely going to be an A tier skin. The reason this isn't any higher is because, troop offense in an onslaught against melee. You don't need extra strength against melee. Melee sucks. I'm kidding. But I mean, there's still a way that this can be improved. The health when guarding and capturing fortresses, 140% is definitely brilliant. It's great. But yeah, this is going to be an A tier skin, which is really good for the skin. And this is a very good skin for those of you who are starting off because you get the defense, which works in towns and fortresses. And defense stats you really need to push if you're trying to be a trap or if you're a small player trying to gain because, in terms of offense, most bigger players who've got everything maxed probably will dominate in the offense category, so you just probably need the defense. So this is a pretty good skin. Definitely would recommend to max this out if you can get it. All right, next we have the Guard of Grandeur, which is this one down here. So this gives you troop offense against cavalry 36%, and you have the total defense, troop offense when capturing fortresses, and troop defense when guarding fortresses. This is so much better, in my opinion, than the Guard of Legends because it gives you troop defense when guarding the fortresses, and that's massive for 140%. So this is definitely going to be an S tier in terms of fortresses, right? You get the offense against cavalry, which is a troop type that many people use. You get the total defense, which works in every scenario. You get the offense when capturing a fortress, which you need offense when capturing a fortress. And then you need the defense when guarding a fortress. So this is brilliant. This is perfect in my opinion. This definitely goes into the S tier. All right, next. After that, we got the Guard of Patronage. So I'm going to click on that, which is the first one over here. In terms of looks, definitely is an S tier in my opinion. I don't know. It used to be an S tier, but they kind of messed up with the way it looks in the game. So I don't know, maybe it's not an S tier, but let's look at the stats. So this gives you troop offense in an onslaught against killers, 36%. Troop offense during defense, 140%. 200% infirmary capacity, which is dead, troop offense when guarding fortresses, 140%. So looks wise, it could be an S tier, but definitely not an S tier in terms of stats. People could say that the infirmary capacity comes in really handy, but you have the troop offense during defense, which in my opinion doesn't really help the defense players. You get the troop offense when guarding fortresses. Again, in terms of guarding, I would really prefer the health and the defense, at least myself personally, because my offense stats are fully maxed in terms of the way that I can put the offense. So I would give this an A. So this is definitely above average. One of the better skins, but I don't know, 200% infirmary capacity just seems like it's dead. You could just build another infirmary if you're trying to get your infirmary capacity higher, and this 200% doesn't really push that big of a difference. But you can say I'm wrong. This is my opinion on it. Next, we have the Guard of Fortitude, which is the third one from here. The Guard of Fortitude gives you troop defense when guarding fortresses, 140%. Troop health during defense, 140%. Total offense, 140%. Total defense, 140%. So this is definitely an S tier. The reason I'm putting this in the S tier is very obvious. So all of these stats are 140% each. You get full total offense, which doesn't matter in which scenario, fortresses or towns. You get full total defense, fortresses or towns. You get troop health during defense, great. Troop defense when guarding fortresses, also great. This is definitely an S tier. Make sure you get this skin, max it out. Works great in both towns and fortresses. You don't want to miss out on this one. This one's pretty good. All right. Next, Guard of Peace, which is the third one again. This one gives you warrior healing speed, not infirmary capacity. So this makes your heal speed much faster. Then for 20%, which I believe is pretty significant, especially if you heal T8s. There you go. Troop health during defense, which again, I like health during defense, 140%. Total health, 140%. Troop defense during defense, 300%. I would definitely, out of all of these, town skins, put this in the S tier again, because you get the 300% during defense. Doesn't matter if it's fortresses. Defense during defense doesn't matter if it's fortresses or towns. You get the warrior healing speed, which is great, especially if you are into your healing. If you're a trap, you want this. If you are a town that attacks a lot and heals a lot of troops, you want this. Then you get the total health for 140% and the troop health during defense, 140%. Definitely one of the better skins. I would definitely suggest getting this one. All right, next, Guard of War. This one is, in my opinion, one of the best skins in the game. So T8 offense, 170%. This is when we start to see the T8 offense comes into play. We've been missing on T8s here. Now, again, it gives us warrior healing speed, which is 30%. This time is bigger than the Guard of Peace. Total offense and total defense, my apologies, 140% each. Definitely an S tier from all of these skins. It's the only skin, the first skin that actually gives you T8 offense in my opinion, and then you get the 30% healing, massive. Then you get the offense and total defense, both perfect, spot on. Definitely want to get this skin and definitely want to max it out. Next, Guard of Enlightenment. All right, next we have the Guard of Enlightenment, which is the second one here. Now this gives you scout offense during an attack, 140%, troop offense during defense, 140%, troop offense during an attack, 140%, number of scouts in a troop, 140%. So this I'm going to put in the A tier. The reason I'll put it in the A tier is because I gave the other scout skin a B tier. This one beats that skin. This one does better in terms of scouts. Pretty good skin. You want to get it if you can. It's above average for sure. It gives you scout offense, gives you more scouts, 100%. That one I think gives you like 20% or 25%. This one definitely gives you more. If you're doing scouts, is pretty helpful. Troop offense during defense, I don't really see the point in that. And then troop offense during an attack, again, it's good, but it's not as good as the ones that are in the S tier. So this definitely gets an A tier. All right, next we have the Guard of Freedom, which is this one down here. This one gives you T8's Warrior Defense 140%, great. Troop Offense and Onslaught 50%, amazing. Total Health and Total Defense 100%. So this is a little bit, a slight bit smaller than the other percentages that we've seen, but first defense for T8s comes in really handy in defense scenarios. You get the offense and onslaught, which is the first of its kind, so it's definitely going to be an S tier. This one you don't want to miss out on. Again, if you can get this skin, definitely go and get it. Guard of Freedom is amazing. All right, next we have Guard of Strength, which is this one, the Cobra, the pink Cobra. Troop offense when attacking towns, troop defense when attacking towns, both for 200%. Number of warriors in training, 300%. Troop offense during an attack against T6s, 20%. So, I mean, this is the first that we started to see the offense against or when attacking towns. I don't like it. I'm going to give this an A tier because, it is above average, but in reality, I should just give it B. But I'm just going to put it in the A tier because it is above average. It gives you the 200%. But I definitely don't recommend getting this. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to put this in the B tier. It sucks. I don't recommend getting this unless you're a towns player. If you're trying to push into attacking towns, this is something that you want to get. Otherwise, I don't see a point in getting this if you are trying to be conservative with your, runic coins. This isn't probably the best thing you can get. It gives you T6 offense, but there's better ways to get T6 offense, and this one's not it. And we have Guard of Hell, which is the second one here. T8 offense during an attack, not on towns, so this works amazing. T8's defense during an attack, 200% again. Both of these 200% stats are amazing. Number of warriors in training, I don't like it. I don't like this. Offense during an attack against T5s, average, but this is still going to be an S tier because, it gives you the 200% offense of T8s and then 200% offense on, 200% offense on T8s and 200% defense on T8s during an attack. A little bit meh, but I would put this in the S tier. This is a little bit above average, so it can't just be this. I would put it in the S tier. This is a very good skin. Definitely get it and max it out if you can. Guard of Annihilation, which is the second one here. Troop offense when attacking towns. Troop health when attacking towns. Infirmary capacity, troop offense during an attack against T1s. Definitely goes to the B tier. I don't like this skin. If you're a towns player, this is amazing. If you're a new player, you can skip on this. This is not a good skin to get. Moving on, we have the Guard of Prosperity, which is the first one here. Let me open this up. It gives you troop offense when guarding fortresses, 140%. Troop defense when guarding fortresses, 140%. Troop health when capturing fortresses, 140%. Troop offense during an attack against T4s, 20%. This is definitely an S tier. I would 100% suggest getting this skin. If you're a fortress player, this is one of the skins you want. Now, if you're not a fortress player, maybe you can skip on this. but this is definitely one of the good skins. If you are a Fortress player, you don't want to miss out on this. All right, next we have the Guard of Unity. Total offense, Guard of Unity, by the way, is the third one here. Total offense, 150%. Tier 8 warrior offense in towns, 200%. Marching speed, 700%. Warrior number in onslaught on towns, 50%. This is definitely not something that I would recommend. This is definitely an A tier because it's a little bit above average, but and the only reason it's a little bit above average is because of the total offense, which is 150%. The other stats don't really, stand out to me. Not good. But still, if you want the offense, you got to max this out. So, it's not an S tier, but this is still a good skin. It's not entirely wasted. All right, so next we have the Guard of Tiredness. So this gives you, which is the second one here, gives you a troop health when guarding fortresses 200%, total health 125%, marching speed 700%, and number of warriors and scouts 70%. This is definitely going to be an S tier again. The reason it's an S tier, you get 200% health during fortresses if you're defending them, and then you get a pure 125% total health, which is 2 good stats compared to the Guard of Unity, which is only 1 good stat. So definitely compared to that, it's an S tier skin. Plus, you get number of warriors in scouts. In terms of scouts, 70%, which is also pretty significant. The marching speed really sucks, but it's whatever. All right, lastly, we got the Guard of Poleaxe, the most annoying town skin in the game right now. There's a new one that they added, the Guard of Cunning, but let's talk about the Poleaxe. I'm not putting the Cunning in here because the season's not over. So the way I did this was basically every skin in the seasons that has passed, except that. Now, Poleaxe gives you troop offense during defense, 150%. Troop defense during defense, 150%. Tier 8 warrior defense in towns, 200%. Number of warriors in training, 300%. So let's break this down. Troop offense during defense, 150%. Troop defense during defense, 150%. Average, right? And then you got the T8 warrior defense in towns, like sucks. Now, the reason I'm gonna put this in the F tier is because the only way, or the majority of the way that you can upgrade this skin is by town shards. Now, you gotta do town shards, multiple levels of that, and then you have like 210 quests, which is a long time. Like, you can't even max this skin in 1 or 2 days, or a month. This is probably going to take you at least 2 or 3 months to max this skin, and you don't really get the full 150%, offense during defense and defense during defense. You don't get those 2 stats until you fully max it out. The level before the max gives you only half of these stats, so it would be like 70% of the first 2, 75% of the first 2. Then you get like 100% warrior defense during defense. Then you get warrior numbers in training like 150%. Not good at all, because you got to max this all the way out. Definitely going to be an F tier, not a good skin in my opinion. The stats are not the best. Again, if you're a max player, this sort of thing, you got to max them out. It doesn't matter. Every bit of stat really helps you out. But if you're a player that's starting to play this game and you don't really play it holistically and you're trying to save your money, definitely don't go for these skins. Now, in my opinion, the way I ranked these skins, I think is very fair. I tried my best to put every sort of perspective onto these skins and put them out there. Let me know what you think about it. Do you agree with this or do you disagree? Also, let me know if you like this sort of style in terms of video. It's new and I just wanted to try it out. I think it came out pretty cool. But yeah, that's going to be it. I hope this answers most of your questions in terms of town skins. And I'm looking forward to doing more videos that are similar to this. And yeah, if you found it helpful, please make sure to put a like and put a comment there. That's about it. I'm going to end the video here and I'll see you guys in the next one.